welcome back to the produce department, the spot where hustle meets creativity. Today, I'm sitting with someone who defines the independent grind. That's my dog. I'm talking about. I appreciate him coming through, setting it off. He started off as a rapper, and he got something to say. And over time, he built himself into a producer who crafts not only beats but full experiences. No label push, no cosign, just talent, consistency, and vision. If you're an artist, creator, or entrepreneur, that's the kind of story you need to hear. Let's welcome NoonieBoii to the mic. What's up? What's happening, Noonie?
What's going on, Eddie?
My dog, man. So
Eddie
shit,
Dynamite.
man. Glad to have you here, man. How you feeling tonight?
Yeah, man, I'm feeling real good tonight, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Honored to be on here.
Man, my co-host Hef, he'll join us in a few, man. He handled a little business, man. He got tied up a little bit, so he gonna join us a little later. But
All
we're
right.
gonna kick it from the beginning. You know how we do. So shit. Take us back, man. When was the first time you knew music was gonna be more than a hobby to you, man? First, before I even get off to that to set it off, tell me where you from. You know what I'm saying, and tell me a little bit about your childhood. I'm a fan of origin stories, man. I want to hear a little something about you.
All right. From St. Stephen, South Carolina, Berkeley County area. You know, music big in my family. My daddy was part of a quartet group back then, and you know, I started realizing about music like elementary school. Really, honestly, used to walk around with a little laptop that I had, and was recording off Audacity, trying to make certain songs and stuff like that till someone was like, go to a real studio, and that's why I met Eddie. But I think it was like 2009,
Right,
2010.
right. Yes, sir. Hmm.
Yeah. Um Black Hole, no, Pitch Black, my bad.
Hmm.
But
Hmm. So
yeah,
tell me about coming up in St. Stephen. Was it a lot of rappers, or a lot of independent local rappers that inspired you? I mean, what made
yeah,
you get into music?
honestly, my older brother, uh T-Mobile, shout out
Hmm.
to him.
Shout out
He
T-Mobile.
he was in the group, and I saw how them boy used to rap and make music back then,
Hmm.
and that inspired me and a couple of my friends. Shout out Big Bank, all of us to start writing music.
Right,
But
right.
even locally, it was a good bit of artists out there
Mhm. Okay, okay. So who on that side was making any noise out there in St. Stephen during that time?
during that time.
Besides your brother, you know what I'm saying,
Okay,
doing stuff.
yeah, you had Citrus, you had Blocks, Catman,
Right,
um,
right, right, right. Shout out Catman.
yeah, oh, there's a good bit of people. Cristal,
Right, right. Shout out Cristal.
Old Dog.
Old
Or
dog, definitely shout out. Hey, we can't give y'all old dog. Our old dog, that's most common now.
I said, it was a good bit of people. Good bit of
Right,
people
right.
around.
Okay. So uh um when was the first time you say, you know what, I gotta really, man, fuck with this rap, man? Who is like your early influences that said, you said, man, I like this rap shit, man. I gotta see what's happening with this besides local. I mean, just somebody like maybe just industry wise.
Industry wise.
Hmm.
Uh Honestly, I'm gonna have to give it to Snoop.
Oh,
And
word. Okay.
but I think it was the Church album or something like that. I
Hmm.
forget which one it was exactly, between Snoop and then listening to a lot of Little Wayne, the Carters and all that was bumping around that time.
Right, right.
So
Classic.
definitely,
The Lil
yeah.
Wayne's classic, man.
Oh yeah, that's
Definitely classic.
like influenced.
Okay, okay. So what was the first time you picked up the pen and was like, man, I'm gonna pin me something, man. I'm gonna see what this thing do, man.
It might sound like I'm lying about this, but the first time I picked the pen up, honestly, I was in the fourth grade.
Mm,
I was
dope.
honestly in the fourth grade. We had a little group called the tough boys back then in elementary school. But we had wrote this song. All of us we had wrote this song together, and we just freestyled it, and we recorded it on a cassette. But we ended up taking it to one of our cousin house, and he had Audacity at the time, but he didn't know how to record. So I went and started messing with the computer, and that's when we had ended up doing that song.
Oh, word. So was anything about your environment or the way you lived, did that shape the way that you wanted to rap or you started to rap? I mean, was it a rough around your way? What kind of style did you say you had when you was started messing with the music?
I was always I say behind. I ain't gonna say behind the scene. I was always a laid back type of dude. So I was like I said, I love the rap, like the flow with the beats, and around that time it was just I ain't gonna lie, jacking beats. Had a hard song on the radio, get their beats, and just rap it to it. But I was always the guy. Like I know you had certain people that were used to be around me that had certain stuff going on that they were actually rapped about at a young age. But I was like always the type of guy to like sit back, just write my verse and just flow with it.
Right. So at that time, how did you finance your studio time or get into the studio or trying to put that stuff together? Did you those first times did you get to the studio? Did somebody give you money to go? Was you working? How did you put that together?
So on okay, my first time actually going to a studio, a real studio.
Hmm.
Um, so my pops passed when I was 10,
Mm,
and after he passed, he I guess he left some money or what's not, and every month, my mom she'd distribute the money out, and then over the summer, that's when me and my one of my friends, we was like, he had some money, I had some money saved up from the check, and I
right,
was like, I know a studio we can go to. Let's just go to the studio, and then that's when we went to the studio. So
right.
I actually was like saving towards that, and on top of that, I was just about to have my first child. So I was like, oh yeah, I need to go to the studio.
Right. So what was your vision at that time? I mean, did y'all have a label where you and Tank and T-Mobile where y'all putting together a collaboration album that everybody have their own solo album? I mean, what was it like during those times? What were y'all doing?
Honestly, it was me and Bam. It was just us two, and we was actually working on the tape. We was about to try to work. We was still in high school. Matter of fact, when we had started that, we was about to work on the a Man tape, but that's when Bank, Big Bank, he came along and he said he wanted to rap with us, and that's when we got started. And then that's when me and Big Bank was like, we about to go ahead and do one big collaboration between me, him, and Bam.
Big Bank Tank.
Oh, yeah, shout out to him definitely.
Shout out Big Bank Tank. I look like Hef, man, stepped in. I see Hef in the green room. I'm gonna bring Hef on in to chop it up with us.
Okay.
Hefe,
What's happening, bro?
what's
How
up,
y'all
brother? How you
doing, man?
doing?
What's going on, man?
Man, glad you're here. You all right?
Hell yeah.
Yes,
I
sir.
fucked around. I was riding around with my little brother, and he ain't have the lights on in his car. I'm asking him, I'm like, bro, are your lights on? He like, yeah, they on. Lights went on. They pulled our stupid ass over. You know what I'm talking
Ah,
about? Got tied up for a little minute. You know how they do. So it's
yeah.
just like I had to
Well,
get
shit,
past that. But
I'm glad you shook up out of that shit. Them motherfuckers that put you over any goddamn thing, bro.
man, I'm telling you, the little routine, you can get out the car, all that stuff,
Oh
shit.
yeah.
Right. Most
Waste your
definitely.
time type shit.
Of
You
course. Of
just
course.
had to go through the motions. But yeah, man, it wasn't nothing serious. It was
And
just
like we
like,
say on this show, fuck the police. Yeah, I'm
No, for
talking about,
real.
you know what I
For
mean?
real,
And,
man.
hey,
Shit.
NoonieBoii, this my dog, Hefe, you know what I'm saying? We just did a little something with Noonie. He just bringing us
All
into
right.
his beginnings, you know what I'm saying? Telling us about how he started out, you know what I mean? You know, St. Stephen, you know, how he just started when he first started coming to me recording, you know what I mean, with him and his partner. So he just going into
Oh,
that
hold
story.
on. Hold on, OG. Let me ask you this. Then you said St. Stephen. You know my boy D. He
D
uh he managed Nighttown Jew. He from around y'all way.
Oh
D.
yeah. Hmm.
D,
Man,
his Instagram handle D Connect the Dots. He managed Nighttown Jew out in Columbia. Real cool dude. He from around your way. He
think about
real he real connected, man. You should definitely tap in with, bro.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure, man. Before you leave, we're gonna make sure we get that info to you. You know, we're gonna share some information because I know you got some for us tonight too. You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
Yeah. So
Not to
shit.
interrupt y'all stuff. I
No,
just
no, no,
oh,
no.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
no,
Trust me. Have you know this your show too, man. Goddamn, you know we getting into it. You know what I mean? But
Right.
we gonna go into it now. Now you and Big Bank, you know what I'm saying? I'm take you from the studio. You and Big Bank, you know, T-Mobile, y'all making the songs, y'all making the albums. Did y'all ever get anything on the radio? Did you do any shows? Did anything come
yeah,
about from there?
yeah, we had a song called "How You Do That."
Right.
Um,
I remember how you do that. Hmm.
we had got that aired on the radio a couple times
Right.
through what's his name, Rob Dog, Blind Man in Command.
Right. I
Yeah, we
remember that. Man. Shout
yeah,
out Rob Dog. I should remember that too.
and then also we also did a good bit of shows off of that one song, and then
Mm,
that's when I started working on my personal tape. So that's when I started doing shows on that.
okay.
I,
Did,
I dropped
where
that.
were you doing little shows locally, statewide, or was it all over?
It was locally. We did a couple shows in King Street. We did a show in Hollywood and Charleston. We
Okay,
did a show in Monk's Corner, and yeah, that's about it. We was
okay.
oh yeah, in Lake City.
Lake City. Okay. Yeah, because that's your side of town right there. Right.
Yeah.
So at this point, what made you transition from the rapping to the producing, or was it like a natural evolution? Tell me
Okay.
about that.
All right. So with that, I went to Full Sail University, and I went for audio
Now,
engineering.
what made you go to Full Sail? What made you say, man, you know, I like the rap, but I want to get into this side, and I'm going to take the risk to go to school. Most brothers don't go to school; they just buy the equipment and say, man, you know, I'm gonna work through this shit. You know what I'm saying? What made you take that extra step?
It kept popping up. I was supposed to go to Full Sail 2015, but then
Mm,
a little certain situation happened, and I didn't end up going. But then that's when I started coming to you, then like 2017, and I started like asking you questions about engineering and stuff like that. So all that made me, want to just one day I was just sitting in my apartment, just sitting there, nobody went home and stuff like that, and it kept popping up full sale on TV, on Facebook, Instagram. So I called them, and that's how I got in. And I wanted to go for an audio engineering, but the crazy thing is, once I started learning about music theory, I said like probably 3 months later, I fell in love with producing.
So
Take
what
you all, take you
did
all
you
the way, huh?
did you attend Full Sail like in person? I mean, did you do it? How did you do it? Was it online? How did you do that process?
I did it online.
Okay. And you say music theory. Well, what's music theory for those who don't know what you mean by that?
Music theory is learning notes, keys, learning you just learning the theory of music. You learning like how to the scale, the major scales, minor scales. You That's normally basically what music theory is.
Okay. And how long did the school last? How long did you have to stay?
It's a 2 year program.
Okay. And you came out there with flying colors.
I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say hey lie on the show.
Right.
Music theory and Pro Tools was the main
Right.
two classes that I kept having to take over and kept having to take over. But
Right.
once I actually locked in and
Mm,
got more serious, then
it
that's
was
when
good.
I was good.
So do you feel like your background as a rapper give you a little edge with producing for other artists? Do you feel like that?
Yeah. Um. Uh. I say yeah, a little bit,
Hmm. Okay, okay. And why do you feel like that?
because you see, I don't want to say the wrong thing.
No, no, say what you feel. You know what I mean? We chopping it up. You know what I mean?
I I'm no, I'm just trying to understand the question a little better before I
like
worry about
like um, like like I feel like what I mean is from you being a rapper, you know what I'm saying, and knowing your cadences, knowing how you want shit to sound. You come sometimes, you go in the studio with an engineer, even though you got the beat, you go in there with an engineer, you might be like, sometimes you gotta direct the engineer. Hey, put this here, do this here, you know what I'm saying? That's
Okay,
how we
yeah,
want it
yeah,
out. Do
yeah.
you do you feel like you being your background being a rapper and going through those experiences in the studio that made you better as a producer, you know what I'm saying, making beats for other artists, going through your own thing?
I would say it made me better as an engineer.
Right. Okay. Okay.
It made me better as an engineer.
Mm,
Honestly, on the reason for me saying that because like you just said just now, me being a rapper, I know like okay, well this person might want this person might want that stuttering effect, and like me being a rapper and knowing that I like to do that, but excuse me, okay, but yeah, I feel as though it give me like a more advantage of as an engineer though, but as a producer, like I say, I know it's still, you know,
kind of 50-50.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I just been
So
trying to read it. I just been trying to read it right, but yeah,
no, right, right. No, no, I feel you. I see you was trying to look for the words, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
like I said, say what's on your mind, you know what I mean? So I'll take it to another place. What was that first beat like that you made? You know what I'm
Hold
saying?
on, Damo.
Oh,
Hold on. Before we get there, could you tell me about like some of the connections you made at Full Sail? Because I know it's a lot
good
of other
question.
like
It's
artists and different
crazy.
things that go there.
It's crazy. Like honestly, the only connection. I made a couple connections. I got like a homie out there in Las Vegas that I connected with, and
Mhm.
which got me connected with this big time producer named Ant Chamberlain. I don't know if you know him, but
You
he out
said
there.
Ant Chamberlain?
Yes, he
Yeah,
produced.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
I know you talking
yeah.
about. Yeah, 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 yeah.
So my homeboy he came back I say earlier this year saying Aunt Chamberlain throwing a producer camp, they're working on some stuff for Lucci, blah blah blah. And I actually was able to go there and met up with him, Twisted Genius, a couple people.
Dope shit. Dope shit.
That's fine. That's
Yeah.
that's
Most
that's
definitely.
always nice to like make connections. Like when you go to any type, like you saying how it led to the pop up shops and different things like that. A lot of people ask me like how you meet these people or how you know these people or whatever. Like you got to go to where the artists are. You got to go to where like the producers, the engineers, like wherever they meeting up at, you go meet up with them.
But
And those people usually know somebody that knows somebody or whatever else. And that's how
right,
you could really start to move around. So that's
Right.
what's up, man.
Mhm.
right.
That's super
And
dope.
ever since I went to that camp, honestly, I'll just like it just keep rolling. Like I keep meeting new people.
Mm,
Hmm.
Um, I'm working with somebody right now out of St. Louis. Shout out to John Misha, working on the
mhm.
album right now. I'm actually blessed to say I'm about to be on an album. But
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Dope. That's
Got
fine.
some placements. Yeah, that's dope shit
Yes,
right
sir.
there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. But shit, like I said, let's get back into it with shit. Like I said, what was that first beat like that you made, man? What was that first sound that you had, man?
oh man, the first okay, my first couple beats, I
Mhm.
actually first yeah, first couple beats, everything was just loops. Everything was just Apple loops, just looping everything up, saying, okay, this sound good, this sound good. I thought I was
Right.
doing something at the time, but I be listening to it nowadays, no 808s, no nothing. I be like, oh man, like, but that's what made me work harder.
Right, right, right.
Yeah. My first beats, like, it went from me just like I said, just looping everything up to me now I'm playing my own melodies now.
Mm, mm. So what kind of gear did you have? I mean, coming from the school, did they give y'all gear to use? I mean, did you have
Yeah,
to buy your own gear?
Apple MacBook Pro,
Mhm.
Focus, Scarlet, the one eight, the big one.
Right, right.
I can't remember the exact number of it, but yeah, they gave me the big one, the Aries
I know that.
speaker,
Mhm,
two mic,
mhm.
two mics on the Audio Technica mic and the Shure 55, I mean 57
Mhm.
mic. They give us the iLock, Pro Tools, Logic, Ableton. Um, they give us a lot of stuff for audio
Right,
production.
right, right. Okay, that's
But
dope, man. They set
but
y'all up. You know what I'm
oh
saying?
yeah, they did. But over time, I just brought me some more gear. So
More, but you just started advancing on what you got.
oh yeah, yeah. They had give us Novation but that was only for like Ableton though. They gave us a Novation uh keyboard
Okay, okay.
also.
So I mean, so just to tap in, we got Hef in there. Like Hefe super producer too. Now Hef. Like I said, I don't know if you remember Hefe from being in the studio. You seen him, you
That's
you
it.
remember from being in the studio with us. You know what I
Every
mean? Yeah,
Friday night, Friday and
right.
Saturday
That's
night.
right. Friday, Saturday
Mm-hmm.
night. You already know. You're in there
Oh,
grinding. Right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
So and this is a question I asked Hefe, and I said it. I done sat with him plenty of times and seen it, and I just like to 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 know because it's just so unique to me, man. For you to be for the way y'all pull these frequencies and these sounds just out your mind, you know what I'm saying? So walk us through the process of that. I mean, how do you start a beat from scratch?
For me, okay, how I started beat from scratch. First I just figured out the BPM I wanted to go in, which for
Mm,
me 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be either 128 to 135. That's the
mm,
BPM I be keeping in. And
right.
then after that, I know like I normally play other notes, but I keep it like either C major or A minor, one of the two. I'm playing one of them two chord on notes. And I just come up with it take me about 20, 30 minutes. I just keep playing certain stuff on the keyboard, just keep playing certain things. Sometimes I draw it in, sometimes I play it. Sometimes I'll go to like Splice or Arcade or something like that and find a melody that's already on there, put it on there, play behind it, then take that melody off and then do my own way like that.
Do you
But
start with drums or melody, or you start with an idea?
I always start with the melody first. I
Mm,
start with a
mm.
melody. Then a lot of my beats got vocal chops in it. Me, I make normally pain R&B beats. So
Okay,
most of my
okay.
stuff got like I said, vocal chops. So I normally start with the melody first, then the vocals, and then I'll go from there.
Mm, mm. That answered my question 'cause I was going to ask you: is there any specific sounds and instruments
And
that
see
you like?
that's what stood out when I went to that producer camp in Atlanta. That
Hmm,
was Terror
hmm.
and Timberland camp. That's what
Right,
stood out. A lot of them too, because there was a lot of trap beat makers and sample makers there. But when I was
right,
telling everybody like I made pain music and R&B, they had me up in there all night long making loops.
right. So it's
All
because it
night
was something
making
different,
loops.
right? Something different,
Yeah.
man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That pain and that R&B, that's that emotion. That's that shit you can feel,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You know. And that's probably what add a little extra little magic, little sauce to their shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? When you
Yeah.
when you got that in there along with that trap, you can shit.
You
You
can,
got
yeah.
some fire right there.
No,
You know what
I
I'm
tell you, a
saying?
lot of magic was made that weekend. I'll tell
Mm,
you that.
mm,
For sure.
A lot of
for
magic.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
But see, man, I mean, it was it a lot of y'all in just diversion a little bit away because I'm interested in this camp. Was it a lot of people in this camp? I mean, was it where y'all in a house, a hotel? I mean,
Yeah.
what kind of setup was this?
What they did? What they did? They rented a Airbnb for the weekend, a
Mm,
mansion in Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
dope shit.
and they just had you pay or what's not, lock your spot in. Everybody go there. It was like probably like 12 rooms in the house, no lie. About 12 rooms, then down there in the basement and everything. People was outside, people was in the kitchen, people was in the living room, different rooms,
Mm,
everywhere just cooking up speakers, everywhere just cooking up. everybody going around meeting each other, giving your name, IG or what's not, and just linking up. The first day was just like a meet and greet. Second day, soon you walk in there, everybody get to it, cooking up all day. Then like before, like we'd be up to like 6 in the morning. And then before like people like start to go to sleep or what's not, that's when Ant and Twisted Genius them will come, do their little cook up or what's not, and then it was pretty
Okay.
dope. It was my first time going there, but it was dope. And like I said, I still linked with it like a lot of people out there, which could bring me to another subject in a few, but a good bit of us still, contacting each other, working on something big right now.
Okay. Word.
That's
Word.
dope.
It's
That's
definitely
fire.
dope.
Yeah, man.
It's definitely dope, man. Yeah.
That's fire, man. For
Yeah.
sure.
Is this something that happens a lot with and it's a question for you and Heffy. Is this a something that they do a lot with these collectives and these people coming together making beats? Is this something that that's really popular right now?
Well, I okay. When I first started going to like events, right? It's when
Hmm.
like it was a while ago, and it's when produce you know about producer grind, right?
Right,
The
right.
little
Yeah. They was out there.
Okay, so look, I went to the first actual producer grind, producer little workshop. Like the first one he threw, like it was a white boy that ran producer grind. I forgot his name, but it's a white boy that run it. He real cool. And then it was another guy that they teamed up with. His name was Jay Beats, and he out there from Atlanta. I know Buddy too. He real cool too, but I don't think he works with them anymore. But when I first went there, it was cool. I think they had it with Zaytoven. I think we was at Patchwork Studios in Atlanta or whatever. And when I that was like my first workshop ever. And when I went there, like I met so many people, bro. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't actually like Zaytoven himself. It was the people that were there that I
Yeah.
made the connections with that put me on with a lot of different little shit. You see what I'm saying? So like it ain't even so much like you go in there. I mean, of course, you want to get cool with whoever is throwing
Who's
it because
there?
that's a good little connection. You feel me? But the
Is the
people that
people
you
around.
meet, yeah, that's around. Those gonna be the people that you really gonna be making some work with and making
Right.
some moves with because they just like you. They hungry. They in
They
it to win it. You
ready.
see what I'm talking
Like
about? Like
like-minded people think alike.
right. So I would say it's more so like you know it's always been a thing, but it's not a thing that your average producer is going to do. Like it's going to be the ones that who really want it or who really want more or who really want to elevate and levitate their game. Those are the people that are going to gravitate towards that. So they've been around, but it's just like whenever a producer's ready to take that next step, well, just like for me, that's what I feel like. That's when they really mess with that. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right.
Yeah.
Which lead to my next point. Some of the people that I met out there, we actually teamed up. Like I said, we working on something big. We working on a collective called Trendsetter, trying to push our artists, but also we got a team of producers all in one, working on kits, pushing the artists. Call on, like I said, it's called Trendsetter, Sound Setter. We getting all that put together right now. It ain't officially out, but we getting everything in the works right now. It's like I say about 16 of us right now.
That's
Every day we
hard.
work, we give ourselves dates to be finished with the sound kits and everything. So that's another thing to look out for also.
Definitely. Do y'all got like any handle social media, anything yet? We could definitely put that in,
So
the
we
description and stuff.
we only got Discord right now. Honestly, we only got Discord, but we dropping our loops and stuff in. Like I said, we about to put out a big loop pack,
Right, right.
um, sound kit, and everything. Phrases, starters, everything, perks,
Yeah, send us
drum.
when you do get it right, send us the information. We
Oh
gonna
yeah,
share it. Man. And
oh
anything
yeah,
that you got after anybody that wants to reach out to NoonieBoii after the show, like we always do, we're gonna put his information underneath the video so you can check him out most definitely. I
So
oh
mean,
yeah, and oh yeah. We also looking for engineers also in there, engineers and
mm,
A&Rs also. But like I
Dope
said,
shit. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear? They don't want no trash motherfuckers now. He said he want engineers and A&Rs, motherfuckers who know what the fuck they doing and trying to
right.
focus. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And don't and not to jump into that. Hefe is also building a collective of artists, and Hefe is also looking for other producers and engineers. He's also building his own team too. So, you know what I'm saying? Both of these brothers, I'm gonna put at the bottom. You see Hef all the time, you know, Hef on the show, you know what I'm talking about. But definitely NoonieBoii, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna put NoonieBoii's information there so you can reach out to him and Hef, you know what I'm saying? So when we want some solid, they want a solid team there, they don't want no trash. We might do a pump or
Right.
dump it on this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? We want to hear what y'all got. And if the shit's garbage, we gonna embarrass your ass. That was fucking out. I just playing, man. But really, reach out, you know what I'm saying? These some great fellas, man. They just trying to build a team. They're trying to do something that we don't got right now, and that's a lot of unity, you know what I'm saying? And putting together something that's trying to make something happen, you know what I mean, from an independent perspective, you know what I'm saying? And that's really important, and I love that, you know what I'm saying? So um so NoonieBoii, what's so far has been the most challenging thing you see, you know what I'm saying, as far as you trying to build this team and get yourself right? What's been the biggest challenge? And dealing with the beats and the artists, everything. Give me what you know, give me your professional opinion.
my biggest challenge
Mm-hmm.
consist. At first it was consistency.
Mm,
That
mm,
was my biggest challenge. I had to literally learn how to lock myself in.
that's dope.
Sometimes, sometimes you could be around. Sometimes you could be around people, and what they do could really affect you in a way.
Mm,
Like like you could sit there plan. You could plan for 6 months what you
mm-hmm.
could do, until somebody make that big move. You know, that's basically what you will keep doing, planning. And like I said, that was one of my biggest challenges. Just sitting there planning stuff, not really getting into it.
Right. Can you tell us about a studio session, man, that might have changed your perspective or taught you something? You know what I'm saying?
Uh, uh, I think honestly, the last time, I was in the studio with you,
Mm,
it was a song that I did. We had brought somebody else in. Also, it was a song that me and this dude did, and also matter of fact, yeah, Low Country Brizzy was there.
okay.
Yeah,
Shout
yeah,
out,
we was
shout
at
out, shout out, Low Country Brizzy. Low Country Brizzy dropping an album too. You gotta get Low Country Brizzy on the show. You know what I'm saying? Low Country Brizzy, man, got some shit.
we got some. Oh yeah,
Mhm.
he got I got a placement with him also, but
Oh,
All right. That's
word.
what's up.
Oh, that's dope. That's
but
definitely dope.
it was that time we was in the studio with you, and I was getting out of focus, and you set me down to the side. You had a little conversation with me, and that actually changed my professionalism, everything inside the studio.
Dope shit.
As
Dope
far
shit.
as coming in there, being prepared, being ready.
hmm hmm
So
That's very important, man. I was always on it because I feel like you don't want to come in there and waste your time.
it's your
And it
time,
ain't necessarily about spending no money. You can come in there with $1 million in your pocket. If you ain't prepared, you're not gonna feel right when you leave. You know what I'm saying? I know me. I'm going to the studio to record. I want to feel good. I want to listen to the song in the car. Like, yo, we did something tonight. Not damn, man. I struggled all fucking night. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't prepared. I wasn't ready. I wasted the engineer's time and my own time. I always preach that to them guys. And it wasn't because I was trying to, some of them felt like, oh, Dynamite trying to rush me or get me out of the lab. But nah, it wasn't like that. I want to make sure that you situated
yeah.
and you when you come into the lab. I'll come from an old school. You know what I'm saying? When I first started rapping, Samson and Duke, when I was coming with Pitch Black Entertainment, I had to make sure that I remember I didn't have no paper. They wouldn't let me go in the booth with a paper. I had to make sure I memorized all of these rhymes. Now you talking about somebody that smoked weed too. You know what I'm saying? So I had to make sure I was on point. You know what I mean? That was constantly on my mind. I was spitting the shit. So I figured, man, if I can do that and you going in there with a paper, you can at least be prepared to go in there and rap. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? At least do that. And that's very important. And you can't no matter how much you can finesse or whatever, you can never spit that shit with no paper like you can spit, you know what I'm saying, just without it. You know what I'm saying? Just if you got it down pat, you know what I mean? If you know your shit, you know
If
what I
you know
mean?
it, like you done heard it 100 times.
Right. A Heavy done had artists that he brought into me, and he done seen me on their ass too. You know what I'm saying? You got to be ready. You know what I
Oh, yeah.
mean? That's very important. You know. So, is it any with all these producers and things that you working with? I know it's a dream collaboration producer that you want to fuck with, man. What's your dream collaboration that you want to just link up with?
A dream collaboration
Mm-hmm.
as a producer or artist?
As both. Give me producer and artist. Give me producer first.
As a producer, I wouldn't mind working with Max Shooter or either Max Shooter or either what's his name? DJ that's a banger. Just because of the way how these sounds.
Mm.
And as an artist, of course I'm an R&B type of guy. So
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind working with somebody like Summer Walker or SZA or Mariah the Scientist or one of them.
Right. Dope shit. Dope shit. Dope shit. You do got that nice. You do got that type of sound. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. So do you let me see, how can I do this? Are you making a bunches a lot of beats a week? Are you want a person that make maybe one or two here and there? You build upon it. How do you, what's that? You know what I'm saying? Do you got a
So
bank of beats? How you do that?
I got a schedule. So
Mhm.
Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, I work on straight beats.
Mhm.
So I might do 5 to 6 beats. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, I'm only working on loops only to send the producers. Now, even though I make R&B beats, my loops be different. So I said I'm working on loops on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. But on the days that I'm making beats, I try to make the most beats that I can before I get burned out. But I said that probably like five, five to 5, 6 beats Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Oh yeah, you knocking them out. You doing that? That's still a nice amount though. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
Yeah.
getting it
And
in.
another thing too. So I don't really like so say mix the beat that same day. What I would do, I would make the beat, get it to sound, at least halfway decent, and then I pick a day like probably which would probably be on a Sunday, and then I'll go through all the mixes and everything, just so I won't burn my brain out, you know.
So what you saying is, you not arranging them or nothing. You just
No,
get
no, no,
you
no.
just get
I arrange them. I arrange them and
okay,
everything.
okay, okay.
But like I said, my like mixing it, leveling it, and everything like that, I do all that on one day. Whatever beats I did for that week, I'll go through one day of just straight mixing all of them.
Hmm. Okay, for sure, definitely. Yeah, you knocking them out for sure, for sure.
Yeah, I had to literally train myself for that, but now it's like clockwork.
Once you get on that schedule,
Yeah,
you
right.
know, it's like muscle memory almost at that point. Like
Yeah,
most,
yeah, yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah, type
Shit,
shit.
I'd have had a time, but I missed one of my days, and like I said, that jump eat me up. Like, oh man, I need to get my laptop. I need to get my
Right.
laptop. You know, I gotta be to work in the morning. It's done 3 o'clock in the morning. Gotta wake up at 5. I'm in the house trying to catch up for what I missed.
Hmm.
But,
Definitely understand, bro. Yeah, heard that.
but that just how train my brain to be.
Okay, okay. So, do you make all R&B like on a specific day, or do you mix it up, or it's just like wherever your brain goes, that's where you gonna take it for that day?
Yeah, right. Whenever my brain go, like, me, me and the old lady could possibly get in an argument that day. And, I might make a beat, with a sample in it that, on some, crazy stuff. But It just wherever my brain take me. And then sometime me and my homeboy from Las Vegas that I was telling y'all about earlier that got me connected with the camp.
Yeah.
Sometime me and him will get on the Zoom call, and he'll start a loop up, and he'll send it to me, and I'll make the beat. Sometime I'll start a loop, send it to him, make a beat, and send that out for placements and shit.
Oh, that's raw.
Hold on, let me ask you something then. Since you doing it like that, because like, okay, this what me and my cousin had really put me on, because he used to teach me a little here and there, like when I first started, because I didn't know what I was doing. So he would try to teach me a little something. But he put me on Team Viewer. You fought with that too? The Team Viewer?
No, I heard about that.
Okay, so look, the Team Viewer, like you can make adjustments on, like if he open up FL on his studio, you can go on FL Studio on his computer. My bad. If he open that up on his computer, you can go on your computer and go on the Team Viewer app and make changes and edits right from your computer. Like y'all can work on the same project together. You see what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay, yeah. Okay, well, dang, that's crazy. Because like I said, like we just be doing Zoom, and once he get done with the loop, he'll just email it to me, and I'll go on my screen and share my screen. And but I never heard of that.
Yeah, you need to download Team. I'm about to put you on some game for real,
Yeah,
man. You got
hey,
to download.
for real.
Yeah, the
That's
Team
still a lot of time.
Because look, both of y'all could be looking at exactly what y'all doing, and you gotta. Sometimes it's better to see what your partner doing on the program, and y'all can really bounce off each other. You don't gotta waste time and lose that momentum when you feeling it,
Right.
when you want to something on it. You see what I'm saying? You gotta get that Team Viewer game. I'm telling you.
Word, say less. So I take it as though you use FL.
Yeah, I'm an FL guy, man. I started on FL. That's my baby. I know. Everybody don't fuck with it, but that's my thing, man. FL guy,
I'm
Fruity
learning.
Loops.
Matter, I just recently downloaded FL probably like 3 nights ago. I've been using Logic the whole time.
For real, see, I don't even know what that look like, gang. I'm not gonna lie.
I use Logic. I use Logic to record. I use Logic to make beats.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
see,
yeah,
I
pretty
I don't even
dope.
know how to use that, but um, I've heard Logic does give you a pretty clean sound. I haven't heard
Yeah,
any bad
yes,
about
it it,
it,
it, it really do. It really does. But see, the only thing with Logic is like with putting a beat in, you really gotta mix your beats. Like it ain't like FL where the beats already hitting. That's the only thing with Logic. The melody
Oh,
wise, it's clear. Yeah.
so when it
The-
comes to you saying so when it comes to your percussions, like all of that, you gotta really like fine tune that for
you
real,
really
for real.
gotta fine tune that, yeah.
Okay,
In order for it to hit.
all right, cause I know FL, like bro, some of them stock 808s just thumping. Feel me?
Hey,
Clean.
I ain't gonna lie. I give FL that. I give FL that.
Yeah, you know what I'm
That's what
talking
that's why I say y'all got it with the drums, but with the kicks and 808s and stuff. But like I said, Logic with the melodies, clean.
about. Okay, so let me ask you this then. Have you made melodies on Logic and like, you know, and imported them into Fruity Loops to see like if it still comes out as crispy with the transfer?
That's why I got my homeboy from Vegas for. He's a FL guy. So what I
Oh,
do,
I see what y'all doing. All right.
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
send the
okay.
loop over to him, and
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, because them 808s on FL, I'm telling you, hey, yeah,
they
yeah,
heavy hitters. They heavy hitters.
yeah. All
Just
right,
imagine
that's
having like a house full of like 16 people. Well, I said like 14 people out of 16 using FL. Everybody making a different beat all around the house using them 808s. That joint sounded crazy.
yeah,
That
definitely,
joint sounded
definitely,
crazy.
definitely see the vibes, gang, for sure.
Right. Definitely. Right. Them boys chopping up that shop. I love it. I love it. So 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 NoonieBoii, how do you define talking about all of these different things that you got going on and different events, these the groups you join, you you graduating from the school, you getting these different events. How do you define success for yourself? Is it the chart placements? Is it creative freedom? Is it the impact you have? How do you define success for yourself dealing with this being a producer?
I want to understand that question a little better before I answer
Um
that.
um um what part of the game do you feel is more rewarding to you? Is it the chart placements? Is it you having creative freedom to make your own shit and do your own thing? Or is it the impact that you make on the game from putting beats out, you know what I'm saying, people knowing who you are? What part of which of those things define success for you being a producer?
You know, it really is like a mixture of two things that you say. You know, like the creator, the freedom, and
Hmm.
also like everybody knowing who NoonieBoii is. You
Right,
know,
right.
when I log in on Instagram, I can see somebody
The
got,
impact. Mm-hmm.
got their song playing in the background with my tag on it. It's a good feeling. So
Right, right, right. I know that's a wild question because nobody don't really ask. You know what I'm saying? Like, which part of the game.
like,
But I'm curious. You know what I'm saying? Because some people,
yeah,
they look at it as, you could feel like, man, hey, long as I'm getting placements, I'm good. That's success for me. I'm getting cake. I'm solid. Some people say, what, I got the freedom to do my own thing. I got my own lab. I'm recording my own beats on my own boss. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Or and just like you said, the impact. Some people feel like, yo, I want my name out there. If my name ain't that's success for me. If I see my name stamping and I know I'm making moves, you know what I'm saying? So that made sense to me. You know what I'm saying? I like how you answered it. Yes. So
It's a
so
different feeling. It's a different feeling hearing your music, like a car ride by or something you don't heard, or like you said, they tag you. That's a different feeling. So I understand what he's talking about.
right,
Just
right.
that alone is like, okay, like I remember when I was making it. You could remember like what you was doing at the time when you was making the beat, like what you was
right,
thinking,
That's right.
all that. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
We artists, so we gonna look at it in levels and layers. You see what I'm saying? Like a cake. You see what I'm saying? It's all different types of layers and levels of how we thinking about this beat when we going to lay this stuff down. Because we are actually like songwriters. We're not just like beat makers. You're a songwriter. That's why
all
you
right,
get
yeah,
songwriters credit when you get that Grammy. When you really make your big one, you get it credited as a songwriter. You see what I'm saying? So we
Mhm.
artists as well. So we love that feeling just like the artists do, even though we not on front stage, on front page, and all of that other shit. So I mean, I'm just saying all that to say this is a beautiful feeling, like just to see that happen in front of you when you put your time and effort and energy and all your creative juices into something that nobody knew existed before you put it to the universe. You know what I mean?
Right,
right,
right. So
right,
that's really
Type shit.
I like the way you put that.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
That was poetic, my nigga.
You know
I'm
what I'm
talking
talking
about
But it's true though. It's true.
right. But that's real shit though. You know what I'm
about?
saying?
Shit,
Because
though.
that to me, that even that like you said, that's no different than being an artist. I mean, yeah, you can have people giving you features. You know what I'm saying? You can have the
Correct.
freedom to have to do your own, make your own CDs or your units or whatever you would know tracks, whatever you cooking up. You know what I'm talking about? But when it gets to the point where you got that impact with niggas bumping you in the car, they got to have you at these clubs. They got to see you. You know what I'm saying? You every time they know what I'm saying. You damn, they got the Michael Jackson effect. That's what it is. That's the feeling. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Mm.
So I definitely feel you on that. So with all that, what's now with everything that you've been through so far? What's the biggest misconception about being a producer that you found out?
The biggest misconception,
Hmm. And that you
man.
would like to clear up that people think about producers, but something that you'd like to clear
Oh,
up.
okay. Honestly, okay. I would say, and heavy. You could correct me if I'm wrong on this one, but honestly, I feel as though even though producers put out the most work, producers honestly is on the back pedal of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Facts.
honestly,
Big
like
facts.
everything. Like you gotta do
Big
so much just to get your money as a producer.
Mm.
Yeah.
You gotta be a hustler if you want to make something
Yes.
shake as a producer.
You
You gotta
really got
really,
you really got to be on top of it on everything.
yeah, you
Mhm.
gotta be on your shit for real. Cause it's like, man, it's it's hard enough just to link in and lock in with folks, but trying to get somebody to pay you some money, come on, man.
Right. And then on top of that,
Right.
if somebody do pay the money and you register to do BMI, that's only one of it. Like you
Right.
still got mechanical license collective to go through to get the rest of your money and everything else. So
Mm, mm, mm. And I
Exactly.
know, and is that a hard process?
it's actually the MLC is actually the easiest process. Really, all you really gotta do is just download it. That's free. They signed off on that one a couple years ago. That's
Okay.
free. Once you do that and you get the artist ISRC number and you
Hmm.
copy it and paste it and you put your IPI number in and stuff like that and you
Hmm.
don't fill it out, they'll tell you how much money. Because I think I was telling you before. It was one dude didn't realize he was sitting on a little over $1,000 and didn't even know it. I'm from
Wow.
mechanical royalties.
Mm.
Man, I know I'm sitting on some money because all my little bread I got out the street,
And
man.
see, and see, and see the
Like you,
MLC, the MLC, they pick up the YouTube view, the YouTube and everything. That's your
for
mechanical
real.
royalties.
Damn.
Yeah,
Right.
Hey,
mechanical
Oh
royalties.
we gotta talk about that because I know
yeah.
I'm having some money for me and my partners too. I gotta get them
Mm.
straight. You see what I'm saying? Because we got
Oh
some money
yeah,
floating around too. You
Yeah,
feel me?
that's heavy. That's heavy. See, that's
Yeah,
y'all
that's
know what
good
I like to
game.
say. This the community, man. You know what I mean? That's free. Like Hef just said, this free game. You watch
Yeah,
the
that's good
mechanicals. Like
game,
you
man.
got money in the back sitting. You
you
know what I
got
mean? That's you know
right.
what I mean.
You got
That you ain't even recouping. You
You
know.
got MLC, you got BMI, you got ASCAP, Sonic Stinge, you got it's several ones. Like I said, everybody know about BMI,
Mm.
ASCAP, Sonic Stinge, but the MLC, like honestly, I just found out about that. Really,
Mm.
my manager put me on game about that. So
Yeah, and I never heard of that. You putting the show on game. At least I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit.
hey,
Mm.
it's actually a link. It's actually a link to that will tell you about the mechanical license collectives.
Mm. Mm. And is it just for production or is for all
It's
parts
for
of the game?
production. It's for artists.
Mm.
It's for everything, everybody. As long as you got some type of streaming out, you got some type of money in the bank. I mean, on the table.
Mm. Mm. That's dope right there. Damn.
As long as it register, like long as you register.
So just even with that being said, so how being a producer, how do you balance the creative side with the business side? Because you got to handle your business. How do you balance that? Because a lot of people, that's hard.
Shout
You know
out,
what I'm saying?
shout out to my manager Austin. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to him.
Shout
He
out
helped.
Austin.
He helped me out a lot. He helped me out a lot with that. Like I said, he
Like,
even helped me.
what you mean? What steps did he do? Give the ones who don't have that type of game. Give them just a little
So,
piece of game on that about that manager.
okay, so like okay, I make the beats and like I said, sometimes I collab on the beat. Sometimes I make the beat by myself. But when I do make the beat, depending on when it's finished, before I put it on BeatStars, I run it by my manager, and he goes in and do the my BMI and everything. He fills everything out now. Like I said, I'm working with this girl named Jamisha on her album, so I won't do the MLC just yet until she drop. But everything else, he done got that situated for me.
Mm. Oh, word. So do you suggest a producer having an artist? I mean, having a manager, excuse me.
I mean, it depends on because I tried to do it myself, but then I left a lot of beats unregistered that was put out, and I thought about it afterwards. Like, oh, I forgot to register my beat. It was
Mm.
actually I heard one dude off of YouTube. He had a song, like a little 2 minute song, and I'm listening to the beat like, oh man, that ain't hard. That song hard. But then my old tag, it was one of my old tags, ran across the back, but somehow the engineer turned the tag down. I ain't know
Mm.
how they did that.
Damn.
And yes, that I ain't gonna lie, that was just a loss that I took at that time. But
Mm.
right there and then, that's why I know I had to, get that figured out. And
So that was the biggest part of the business that you had trouble with, just trying to keep up with maintaining the beat.
Maintaining and stuff like that. And also, it takes having a manager as a producer. Also, they also help you find artists easier versus you having to go. I mean, I do like I got my little 2 hours a day where I go on Instagram, look for artists,
Right.
I try to network with them. But then throughout the day, when you got somebody that's working with you and y'all connected like this, and he call you, hey, I got so and so, she looking for some R&B beats, send me a beat pack tonight and I'll send that out for you tomorrow.
Dope like shit.
Yeah, makes it way more easier.
Right. Because he really doing the behind the scenes work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. That's wrong.
Yeah,
I never heard a producer having a manager. That's very smart. You know what I'm saying? That make a lot of sense right there. You know what I'm saying? That's a more game for y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? And this man went, and like he said, he wasn't educated on that part of the game. He said it was a little overwhelming for him. So he went and got somebody to help him. That's something we need to do. You got to build a team, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. That make a difference sometimes. You know,
it makes a huge difference.
Right. So are you still rapping these days? Are you still making music yourself?
Oh, I might give it one more shot, big head. I might give it one more shot. Okay, I just recently dropped one of my tape, Broken Silence, December. I need to do that, promoting it, but I didn't drop that. It's out on all platforms right now. So
okay. Well, you got it on YouTube, anything like that?
Yeah, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. Some it's called Broken Silence.
Broken Silence?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull this up.
Remember, two going Scully.
Okay. Broken. You spell silence just like regular? Silence?
Yeah, regular.
Okay. Two going Scully.
Remember, two going TUGONE.
That's right. TU. Got this. I see this Run Me with Cash the Artist and Low Country Brizzy.
Right.
You got 6 songs on here.
Yeah, that's an EP.
Okay, hold on. I like this worse. So did you do the beats on this yourself?
No, I only did one beat, and that was the song I Need Faith. I did that one with a beat collab with Kavi.
Okay. Let's check this out, man. Let's see what dog got on here. You know what I mean? And it's you and Briz, right?
Right.
Okay.
Two gone Scully, baby.
He hard.
Yeah. Niggas are tripping, man. Bitches is wildin', man. That's just why I stay on point with the upper hand. Every day, you know I strive for the best. Every day, these pussy niggas pimp me straight to the test. So I pass straight through with a 9 in the vest. Looking past with no interest. And at the same time, collecting all I can. It's Scully G, baby. That's exactly who I am. Yeah. Feel me? If you don't, just sit down. Why pay the circus spread if you got clowns in your town? Niggas will come and spit all on your ground, but it's only up to you to turn their life upside down. And that's the truth, in case you didn't notice. I give them niggas time like a 90-day notice. Now it's my time to go on in the air. Man, I hope that I really made that shit clear. Yeah. So now it's time for me to get it right. Cause you know I had a long day. I gotta keep them niggas out of sight before they catch me in the worst way.
Man, I heard you niggas talking, but you ain't trying to bring it my way. Man, I'm on my hustle, on my grind, out here trying to get it every day. I'm just trying to keep my eyes open for these snake in the grass ass niggas around. If you don't really know what the fuck a nigga saying, let me show you what I'm talking about. Cause you get caught up in the West way.
Who you think you fooling? Keep running your mouth, I'm burning L's out cooling. Niggas could get touched, man, this ain't no moving. Stepping out in the club and I feel so groovy. See me in this bitch, trying to take this cash route. If you ain't talking people, what the hell you talking about? Get up off your ass, ain't no need to sit and pout. Time to watch these niggas, something kinda like a scout. I'm always making money moves, I never pulled a nigga back.
That's raw right there. That's dope. That's dope. You got any do you have any beats on online we can pull up and check out?
Yeah. Type in proud by NoonieBoii.
Say proud.
No, PRD.
PROD.
PROD.
Oh, okay.
Like produce.
Oh,
Yeah.
got you.
No, it's all of them together though.
Got you.
Everything together.
All that one word. Okay.
Yeah.
That's it right there.
Right.
Okay. Oh, come on, dog on here. What you want to tell us? What you do? You did this one 10 days ago. This right here. Let's spin this. You said you like them scissor type beats. Let's see what he got on here. Hef. Oh, this a Triller joint you did?
Right.
This was selling right now. These type beats, this vibe, R&B samples. That's what's in. Old school remixes.
Hard. That's one of them take you away joints right there. You know what I mean? I like that. I like that. Let's see what you got right here. Let's see this next joint. I like your style, man. You know what I'm saying? Cold.
I'm fucking with the vibe for sure. Yeah.
Most definitely. Let me see. You got anything? Like anything different, a little more upbeat? You know what I'm saying? You got on here we can check out.
Do I? It should be one called next to you. I think is on there.
Next to you.
Yeah, next to you. It's more. Yeah, it's that one. It's more like. I would say that one more.
Have you had anybody reach out to you from the joint on YouTube? Oh, oh, cold.
I
Man,
could
y'all.
hear Mo3 rapping on that. Mo3
Oh,
would be hard. That'd
oh,
be a
he
fire
killing it.
ass beat for Mo3.
Yes, sir. And y'all know y'all want to check out more, man. You go to Produced by NoonieBoii on YouTube, man. He got plenty of, and like he said, you can go hit him up, tap in with him. I got his
Check
IG
out
down and his email. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything for sale. You know what I'm saying?
my stars on Williams NoonieBoii. Check
Say
them
that
on.
again.
My beat stars is Williams NoonieBoii.
It's BeatStars Williams NoonieBoii. We say Williams NoonieBoii.
Yeah.
Okay, let me put that on there too, so you can get that too. So tell me, NoonieBoii, what's next for NoonieBoii, man?
Sky's the limit. Like I said, I might be working on a tape. Might be, you know, and I'm trying to get back more into engineering. So I got one little artist that I got in mind of working with right now.
So the girl that's dropping the album, when is her joint supposed to drop?
If I'm mistaken, I think it's dropping in August. Either it's dropping in August this year or January next year. It's one of them two. I can't remember, honestly.
Mm-hmm. And how many tracks you said you got? About 2 or 3 on the album?
I got like four, 5 on
Oh
the album.
shit! Oh, you did the project.
Right,
Shoot.
we still working, still working.
So how about you doing the whole thing? You actually doing the whole project?
Me and another producer. I think she doing like I think she doing more like an album. She was actually on the show Empire.
Oh,
She was
Empire.
on
Okay, Empire.
yeah,
Okay.
she was on
Oh
Empire.
wow, she was on Empire. What did she do on Empire? What did she play on Empire?
She was one of them girls in the studio, I think. It's on her Instagram on Jamisha Nicole. But
Okay.
she got like a good bit of followers.
Shout out Jamisha Nicole. You know what I'm saying?
She she really putting in some work. I put it like that. She putting in some work. She had got a free mentorship through with Queen Nidra, all that. So she is really working. She's really dope. Like we actually got a song out on YouTube right now with called Do What's Right.
Right. Do Us Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it's called on YouTube.
Okay. That's another joint with you and her.
Yeah, I produced the track for that.
Okay. That's dope right there. That's definitely dope. That's definitely so. When things get chaotic for you, how you keep the hustle going, man? How do you stay in that mode that you in? Because you seem like a guy, man, that's committed, ready to grind. You know what I'm saying? Like you all in. How you stay that way, man, with all this stuff going on, man?
Go to the gym. I'm a big YouTube learner, so I go look at some tutorials on YouTube and stuff like that just to clear my mind. Sometimes go sit to the water or something, and then come back at it.
Right. Give me something that I'm gonna say something real to you. Give me a small win that you had so far to make you feel like you on the right path.
Seeing two different artists on YouTube. They'll drop songs on YouTube with my beats.
Dope shit.
Shout out to Swift. You too. Also got 2 songs with him.
What's his name? Say it again.
Swift Load the Ghost.
Swift Load the Ghost. Okay, bet that.
Got two.
You can catch him on YouTube too.
Right. His album called I Blame You. Got 2 beats. Got 2 on there.
Okay. Real shit. We definitely gotta look for that. Hey, and I appreciate you coming to join us tonight, man. I ain't gonna keep too much of your time. I know it was late. I know you're a busy man. I appreciate you blocking out a little bit of the schedule, man, to come and join us, man. You know what I mean? That's
definitely appreciate this.
Man, definitely appreciate you because you gave out plenty jewels. Hef, you got anything else for him?
what's one thing you would like to see uh producers like what's one thing you would like to see the producers in the city, like as far as Charleston County, Berkeley County, what would you like to see them do as a collective together, like moving forward?
Good
Like
question.
to start a new
I
wave,
would
like what could
Good
I
question.
would like I would like to see all the producers like honestly like how that camp came together in Atlanta. I would like to see
yeah.
one of that in South Carolina. Like everybody go to like I say to me, I feel as though Columbia, Greenville is like one of the biggest areas. So we everybody rent out something big out there, go out there for like a weekend or yeah, for like a weekend, everybody get together, work together and work on something, big, something like that, even probably get an artist there, and
Hmm.
push the artist,
I just told Dynamite tonight before we even like we talked earlier. I told him
Mhm.
something similar to that. I said, "What's
Yes, sir.
stopping
You
us
did.
from doing our own pop up shops, our own producer
right.
camps?" Shop?
Mhm.
It's nothing stopping us. It's just up to us to set it up and get together and really really do it. You know what I'm saying?
And
Right.
honestly, it's another dude from Columbia that I met at the camp. And then Tavio, shout out Tavio. He was actually talking about the same thing about doing some stuff like that also in Columbia on the Columbia side.
We all gotta tap in, and that'll be
Right,
big. We definitely got to tap in, chop it up, and see how we can make something like that happen. Because that could be major for us,
right.
man.
We
See
need more
all that.
we need more beat battles and beat battles and stuff like that for producer also. 'Cause I know the showcases Charleston, they be killing that. But
Look, if we want more beat battles, then we got to tap in with the DJs. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Most
right,
definitely. Definitely.
If we want beat battles, we got to tap in with the DJs and
Mhm.
DJs on our side, just like the engineers and the photographers and videographers. They all on our side.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
That's right.
We got some of the same type of struggles when we got to deal with all this other stuff. You feel me? Because
Most
we
definitely.
we
Shout
we
out
got
DJ
to.
Chuck T. Shout out DJ Cool. They're gonna be joining us pretty soon, man. Checking us out on the show. So definitely, that's what you said was that's a mouthful right there, Hef. I mean, you
Yeah,
got to get them on your side. It got to be a overall unity, man. Without you got one piece missing, it ain't gonna work, man.
right,
Hmm.
yeah, for sure, for sure. But definitely that'll be major, man. That's a great idea for sure.
right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, like I said, man, you know how we do on this show, man. We gonna give you the last word. You know what I'm talking about?
All right, okay. All I can say, for producers, up and coming producers, stay focused, network. Um, like I said earlier, the sky's the limit, and always learn new information every day, So I
Yes,
got to say.
sir. Shit,
So
you heard it from the horse's mouth, man. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
and also learn the business. Whatever. I ain't care if you doing hair. I ain't care if you are artist that you draws. Whatever it is, learn the business. Like
Yes, sir.
don't let all your money and stuff like that just be sitting there. Learn whatever your craft is. Learn it and perfect it.
You heard him. Shit, learn. You gotta learn that business. You know what I'm saying? You know what
Always
I
have a
mean?
backup plan.
Yes. Yes.
Always have a backup plan. Honestly, producing was my backup plan, but now you see,
It's the number one.
you're right. You just flip.
That's how it
I
goes.
still,
You know what I'm saying?
but honestly, producing and engineering go hand to hand. Really,
Oh yeah, most
yeah,
definitely. Most definitely.
it goes hand to hand
Most
because you're
definitely.
still mixing the beats and everything. So,
Yeah, most definitely. I agree with that totally. Most definitely. Most definitely. And like I said, man, I appreciate you, Noonie, man, from coming to drop, you know what I'm saying, and those jewels and chopping it up with us, man, and spending some time with the show. And we definitely love to have you back on another time, man. Chopping it up with the with you and Hef, man, and a couple more of those producers y'all gonna grab for this because we're gonna speak it into existence for some of these producers y'all gonna have in this collective. We're gonna bring a panel back, you know what I'm saying? And y'all promised me bring your panel back and we're gonna chop up some good shop on them, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna educate the young ones and keep everybody rolling because that's what we're here for, right?
right,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But shit, like I said, without further ado, man, I appreciate you coming, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, we appreciate you, man, listening. Peace.